Hey you guys, Sarah here. Welcome to my channel. I just got to put in my 2 cents. So anyways, I bought this palette. This is not sent to me in PR, obviously. I am going to be talking about what the ingredients are in this palette, what exactly those ingredients do, and yeah, I'm going to do a little tutorial on this green smoky eye. I don't have much else to say in this intro other than we can all admit and agree on one thing. These colors are fucking great. Beautiful, beautiful colors, beautiful pigmentation. Anyways, you guys, let's get into, what are we gonna do first? Okay, I'll talk about the ingredients and then I'll do the tutorial. Okay? Okay? All right. Let's go. I want to start off by, before I even do my other eye, I kind of wanted to explain a little bit about the ingredients in this subculture palette. I'm no chemist, but you know, I did take a couple chemistry courses, and when I saw that the first 2 ingredients in the matte shade, like anti-caking agents, it really caught my attention because these ingredients are not in they're only in the matte shades. And also I noticed like the formula was also completely different from the Modern Renaissance palette, which there's nothing wrong with talc. I mean, talc is also a mineral from the earth. So mica, talc, I don't know why so many people hate talc, because in fact, I think Natasha Denona eyeshadows have talc in them. Eyeshadows have talc in them. It's not a big deal, people, really. Hexalactone cross polymer. Okay, there we go. So that is the second ingredient in this. I'm just going to read to you guys some facts about what that ingredient does and what its purposes are. Okay, like I said, this is an anti-caking agent. So what that means is it's going to prevent these shadows from actually like building up on top of each other. So this is also a polymer, and what a polymer does is and it says here that a large number of thickeners are polymers. And most of the time, it says often these products are prepared using water-based formulations and are typically low in viscosity. So I'm thinking that that might have something to do with why this shelf life is only 6 months. Mind you, I'm no chemist, I'm not a scientist, I'm just trying to put the pieces together. All right, the next ingredient, this is the third one, zinc stearate. So zinc stearate is a zinc salt of stearic acid, a naturally occurring fatty acid. So the functions for this is it's an anti-caking agent and also at the same time a viscosity increasing agent. I mean, that's kind of the opposite, but anyways. Last ingredient that I'm going to talk about, caprylyl glycol. Anyways, okay, so this is the part that I found weird about this one, that it is normally used in, number 1, facial moisturizers, sunscreen, anti-aging treatments, lip gloss, mascara, concealer, cleanser, and foundation. Not eyeshadow, which I just find really weird. I did want to let you guys know that that ingredient is not something that's normally in eyeshadow, so I just figured I would shed some light on these ingredients, okay? As I do this eye, I will talk more about how I apply it and why I do think it's a good palette. So you guys, to prime my eyelid, I'm using this Wet n Wild concealer. Girl, you did not need that much powder. Gotta good even base going on. Time to start playing. So I'm using my Morphe Y16. This brush is definitely very fluffy, very soft, does an amazing job. I also want to note, you guys, some of my favorite, absolute favorite eyeshadows are super soft and very powdery. So, just saying. My dose of colors, what is it, Marvelous Mauves and Baked Browns, those eyeshadows are so incredibly powdery, but oh, they're so pigmented and so amazing. Okay, so I always hold my brush at the very end, and I don't like go in circles in the same spot. Like, yes, you want to put your brush down where you want the most pigment, but when I'm doing transition shades, I always just constantly go in little circles around my whole entire brow bone. And then I'll go back and forth. I feel like sometimes if you go back and forth too many times, you get that line of like right here, and I just don't like that, so I prefer to go in circles. Feel like as soon as a couple big YouTubers hate something, everybody follows in their footsteps, you know? It's like we as people need to be more individual and more, I hate to say followers because nobody likes that term really, but we just need to have our own opinions, you guys. Alright, I like how that looks built up. Please don't mind my breakouts. I used my extractor last night. So now I'm going to go into Destiny, and this is where it can get bad. These are so pigmented, you can't place it down in one area. You have to gradually disperse the color evenly, so don't just set it down. You know what I mean? Because we don't really want like a big green line. We want a gradual green shadow. That's what we want. I'm going to be blending out each time with my Y16 brush in between each application of Destiny. And what I'm applying Destiny with is the Morphe Y19, which is like a lot more pointed. So you can definitely see the difference of these two brushes for sure. You can see with only one application that it looks a little messy. I will say that. It does look a little messy. Don't mind my dog in the background. He's so loud. I'm going to grab a little bit of Dawn and then blend out Destiny. I'm going to go into Untamed with this pointed blending brush here, and I'm going right below where I put Destiny. And I am kind of raising my eyebrow a little bit just to really get into that eye socket area. So now I'm going to go into with a flat shader brush, pick up axis on this, and I only dipped into it twice. And I'm not blending, I'm just packing. I'm going to go in with that pointed brush again, and I'm going into Untamed. I'm just going to blend out the edges very lightly. I don't want to move it around, I'm just kind of poking it, I guess you would say. Now on a very small blending brush, I'm going to go into Fudge, the green into the transition shade. Taking a little bit of Dawn. A makeup wipe and just clean up the outside of my eye. Alright you guys, that is it. That's all of the tutorial. So to wrap things up really quick, yes, the ingredients are different in this palette. Yes, some of those ingredients might have a lot to do with how they're performing and why the shelf life is so different, but then again, the Modern Renaissance palette also only has a shelf life of 6 months. But I just want to say I use my eyeshadows way longer than 6 months, just like everybody else, and they perform just as well after 6 months. So I just want to throw that out there. My dog's barking, hold on. So if you're someone who is debating on whether or not to buy this palette, I think that yes, it is unfair to go into this thinking, you know, oh, I'm gonna have to use it a certain way for this to perform well. But, you know, every palette has a different formula, and I feel like, yes, this could have blended better. I'm not going to deny that, but I would still wear this out. Like, I don't think it looks bad. And I've noticed that it is mainly the darker colors that, that don't really move around as well. So that would be 1, 2, 3, 4. So All-Star, Untamed, Rowdy, and Axis. So those 4 colors do have a little bit of difficulty moving around, but I got it to work. I got them to move. So it just really depends on how you apply it. And I know that that friggin' sucks that you can't just like dip in and you're done. But like wherever you set your brush down first is going to leave a stain. Would I buy this again knowing what I know now? Fuck yes, I would. I think this is a wonderful palette. On a scale from 1 to 10, I'd probably give it like a 7.5. It's not holy grail like the Modern Renaissance or the Jaclyn Hill palette. I feel like those 2 palettes are, you know, they're so versatile and just so easy to work with and user-friendly no matter what your experience is in the makeup game. So you guys, that's all I have to say. I hope that this video helped you in one way or another, for the better, for the worse, either way. I hope I helped you. Anyways, yes, I need to stop talking. All right, you guys, have a great day or night wherever you live, and until next time, peace out.